Chapter 76, Spit Spot. We went back to the elevator. It's a bit out of order, I'm afraid, but this is something I asked to add to the tour last minute. We shall enjoy a late lunch at the same time. Nothing too fancy, but I think it will suffice. He had pushed a button while talking that had a G on it. The ride-up was mostly silent till Henry let out a chuckle. "What?" Colt said, still holding to me. "It's nothing. It's just I'm rather surprised at you, Colt." "And why's that?" Colt spoke through his teeth. "Well, I was thinking you should have liked the doctor." "Why would I like him?" Henry still not looking to Colt directly. "One must sometimes find the contagion before the cure. The good doctor might not be as you wish him to be, but he has actually done more for you than he has done for us, in a matter of speaking." "Why don't you look at me when you speak with your twisted silver tongue?" Henry chuckled again. "Even I know better than to look a mad lion in the eyes. I'd like to stay alive a touch longer." Colt snorted through his nose but didn't say anything. I touched his face with my hand. He turned to me harshly. I saw such anger in his eyes, but once looking at me, they barely softened. "Are you all right, Colt?" All he did was stare at me without a word. Henry was the one to speak. "Now then, Vida, I'd leave him be for the time being. Can't you see he's busy?" I continued to look into Colt's hazel eyes. "Colt, I'm here and I love you." Colt started to blink slightly. It looked as though he could cry. "I know you do, Vida. I need a moment. Please leave me be." His voice sounded struggled. "No," I smiled, grabbing his hand. "Not for even a moment." He tried to shake me from his hand, but I grabbed it with the other. "Colt, you're fighting hard. Let me fight beside you." Colt took a sideways glint at Henry. "Don't you let her get hurt." "I wouldn't think of it." I looked at Colt, who took his eyes from mine. "What are you talking about? You won't let anything happen." "Vida, trust me, please," Colt whispered. Henry turned and held his hand to me. "Dear Vida, please take my hand." "No," I said with such anger I didn't know I could possess. "Do it, Vida. Do as I ask now." Colt was looking down, his words sharp and pleading. Hesitantly, I took Henry's hand as he patted it. "Good lass, a little fun fact about the Dr. Rowe. He knew exactly how many was fired that day because he had a list made with all their names he wrote himself. As he was told them by father, afterwards he had them tattooed upon his back. Very small, mind you, but still there. I once asked to see it. When he showed me as a child, his entire back looked black. You really had to get up close to see each name, but sure enough, each name about the size of a rice grain, they were there. Fascinating, really, that he will carry them with him always, till his last day, and maybe even longer." He spoke in such a soft manner as the elevator came to a halt. Henry looked to me. The doctor, though brilliant, took all this time to realize a flower cannot live in blood over water. Fascinating, really. We were underground, still in a familiar spot. It was where I had come to the day I was found to be a unicorn. I had remembered the large bluish-gray building to the side, not thinking twice what it was. "We shall eat in the employees' dining hall. As I said, nothing fancy, but sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover. Shall we go?" I could only nod.